We are going to start with that breaking news this lunchtime from the Championship. We've just heard that Sheffield Wednesday have been deducted a further 6 points for breaching the EFL's financial rules. As you can see, our football correspondent Rob Dorset is here to tell us more on this. So Rob, bring us up to speed. What do we know?
Well, it does feel a little bit like kicking a club when it's down, doesn't it? But we need to stress that the EFL, who brings these charges, don't set the punishments. That's done by an independent commission. And the EFL has no choice but to do this, really. If there are separate breaches of the rules, they have to charge clubs for doing so. And that's what they've done here. The statement we've just had from the EFL says Sheffield Wednesday FC are to be deducted 6 points with immediate effect for multiple breaches of EFL regulations relating to payment obligations. I'll get and explain that to you in a moment. With the club's former owner, Mr. Dejphon Chansiri, prohibited from being an owner or director of any EFL club for a period of 3 years. Now, look, I don't think Dejphon Chansiri is going to be back owning an English football club anytime soon. I don't think he ever will after his record at Sheffield Wednesday. But look, let's take this back. They were given an automatic 12-point deduction for going into administration at the end of October. That's when Chansiri decided he couldn't fund the club any further, had to put it into administration, and that's an automatic points deduction. And after Sheffield Wednesday lost 3-2 at home to Preston on Saturday, that left them on -4 points at the bottom of the Championship. They're now on -10 points because this has an immediate impact, this points deduction. Let me put that into context. They're 23 points behind their nearest rivals, Norwich, who are in 23rd. They're 27 points from safety. So I think it's fair to assume, as most Sheffield Wednesday supporters probably felt all season long, they're almost inevitably going to be relegated to League One this season.
And in terms of punishments, is this it now for Sheffield Wednesday, or is this it now for Sheffield? Could there be more punishments to come?
It's not. The EFL doesn't have any choice about when it brings those charges. If there are separate breaches, they will charge them for each of the breaches. And we knew that before Chansiri left, Sheffield Wednesday failed to pay wages on time for 5 of the previous 7 months. An independent commission hearing would determine the sanction for non-payment of players' wages in March and May. We also know that they missed the payments due for June, July and September. That's a separate one that they could yet be charged for and given a points deduction for. So this isn't necessarily the end of the punishments that Sheffield Wednesday might get. The good news for Wednesday fans is it looks like all the points deductions and penalties will be held this season, will be delivered this season. So if they get new owners in, which they're confident and hopeful about, they've got 5 interested parties. By the end of this week, they hope to have 1 party given preferred bidder status, exclusivity to try and do a deal to buy the club. The fans will hope that that happens quickly, maybe in the new year, and then they can start next season, 2026-27, on a clean slate. New owners, no points deductions, albeit in League One.